Researching Constitutional Law for the Intellectual Property Research course at Boston College Law School. The text of the Constitution itself is very easy to find. There are hundreds of copies of it in our library in print, including in every federal and state code, and it's easy to find on the web. Much of constitutional research parallels statutory research. Because constitutions appear in the annotated codes, you can use the same research techniques to find references to related cases and other sources. But constitutions are inherently different from statutes. Constitutions set up governments, define governmental powers, and specify the rights of citizens who live under that government. Constitutions can be amended, but they are designed to promote stability and for that reason are purposefully more difficult to change than statutes. Our federal Constitution sets up a government of limited powers. The current U.S. Constitution has 7 original articles and 27 amendments. Laws can't exceed the powers granted by the Constitution. For example, among the enumerated powers of Congress, Article 1, Section 8, Clause 7 gives the federal government the power to establish post offices and post roads. To find out how this clause has been interpreted, one good place to look is the Constitution of the United States of America, Analysis and Interpretation, prepared by the Congressional Research Service of the Library of Congress. The book is available for free on govinfo.gov, the electronic platform of the U.S. Government Publishing Office. The GPO provides access to editions and supplements from 1992 forward. And you can also access the current version from congress.gov. You don't need to download all 2,882 pages of the most recent edition at either site. You can just select an individual article or amendment for downloading. The text of every clause of the Constitution itself is supplemented by extensive notes from the Congressional Research Service discussing many aspects of this enumerated power and accompanied by numerous footnotes. Here we have a discussion of what was meant by establish in the Post Office Clause. There are also discussions on the power to protect the mails, the power to prevent harmful use of postal facilities, exclusive power as an adjunct to other powers, and state regulation affecting the mails. At the bottom of almost every page are numerous footnotes providing references to the cases on which CRS has based its interpretation. Another place to find judicial interpretation of the Constitution is on Westlaw. Westlaw treats constitutions as part of its annotated codes. To find the Constitution on Westlaw, just select Statutes and Court Rules from the Westlaw initial screen. You can then select the U.S. Constitution to search or browse, or select a state to get access to its Constitution. As you can see from the notes of decisions accompanying Article 1, Section 8, Clause 7, there are 51 notes of decisions on this one clause, and it may be too small to see here, but there are 617 citing references identified by key cite. Lexis also has case notes accompanying the Constitution as part of its annotated codes. Select Statutes and Legislation under Content Type. Select Constitutions to get access to federal and state constitutions as they appear in Lexis annotated codes. Or to get there even quicker, from the Lexis Advanced homepage, start typing the word Constitution in the search box and keep your eyes on the list of suggested sources. Jump to the case notes on Lexis using the Go To pull-down menu to get access to interpretive cases. You can also shepherdize a constitutional provision to find even more citing cases. As with any area of law, there are a variety of secondary sources that can help you with your research. They range from study aids like Erwin Chemerinsky's Constitutional Law Principles and Policies to the 5-volume Encyclopedia of the American Constitution, to Rotunda and Nowak's multi-volume Treatise on Constitutional Law, Substance and Procedure, also available as an ebook. State constitutions are broader in scope and are amended more frequently than the federal Constitution. They can provide additional protections and rights not found in federal law. However, they cannot deprive the state's residents of federal constitutional rights. One useful starting place for state constitutional research is the Maryland State Constitution Project. Remember that the ultimate interpreter of a state's constitution is the highest court in that state.